Teacher talking sports, what it does, what it do, how we live in the New York Knicks. Made what was seen as a minor move at the trade deadline this year. They sent center Jericho Sims to the Milwaukee Bucks in exchange for point guard Delon Wright, with Mitchell Robinson returning shortly after the deadline. Sims would have been further out of Tom Thibodeau's rotation. Doc Rivers hadn't been playing Wright meaningful minutes in quite some time while with Milwaukee. Neither were the Knicks up until recently, with injuries to Jalen Brunson, Cameron Payne, and Miles Deuce McBride. The 32-year-old Wright has started each of the last 5 outings, with Payne returning on Saturday and Brunson set to return today, Sunday. Thibodeau has an interesting decision to make regarding the Knicks' backup point guard role, especially come playoff time. So, yesterday the Knicks had an afternoon game and easily handled the Atlanta Hawks in a game that wasn't even as close as the final score, 121-105. So even with it was their 4th win in the last 5 games, and those 5 contests coincided with when Wright was inserted into the starting lineup. Saturday was the 5th time Wright started for New York. You see the 10-year veteran played 29 minutes, totaling 10 points, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Now, Wright only played in 5 of New York's first 19 games after he joined the team, so I was completely out of the rotation, much like he was in Milwaukee. Wright did get the start, even with Payne returning. Perhaps not too much should be read into that, though, since Payne was returning from a 4-game absence, dealing with an ankle sprain. The 30-year-old has received the backup point guard minutes for the Knicks pretty much all season, and he continued to after Wright was acquired, likely shaking off a bit of rust. Payne had 3 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists over 21 minutes playing versus the Hawks. But of course, with Jalen Brunson returning, no need to shake off rust needed. He'll be inserted into the starting lineup right away, and that Thibodeau, of course, notorious for not exactly having the deepest benches, not going 5-6 deep into his bench. So who's going to get those backup point guard minutes? We see Delon Wright's stats in his 5 starts: 9.6 points, 3.6 rebounds, 3.6 assists, 3.0 rebounds, shot 50% from the field, 38.9% from deep, about a 3-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. And Cameron Payne, again, has been the Knicks' backup point guard for much of the season. Quite played well for a league minimum salary, which the Knicks gave him, averaging 7 points, 2.7 assists, nearly a 4-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. Now, he was close to 40% from 3 much of the season, and I don't even think this is updated, so I'm going to refresh. Yep, wasn't updated, so 6.9 points. But yeah, it was shooting around 40% much of the season from 3, so that has dipped a bit. But definitely a guy who plays with a lot of energy, clearly having a lot of fun. It's pretty cool when he takes a charge. He's, the head motions he makes with his head, he points to the opposite side of the floor, meaning it is now the Knicks' possession. So, Knicks fans such as myself probably remember Theo Pinson, how much fun he had off the bench for the Knicks in that 2020-21 season. Now, Cameron Payne is actually playing minutes. Theo Pinson did not, but similarity there. But yeah, an interesting decision for Thibodeau. Now, Thibodeau is a guy who might go 8 deep, 9 deep in the postseason, and you figure with a healthy Knicks team, of course, their starting 5 will remain the same, but off the bench, you figure Deuce McBride and Mitchell Robinson will absolutely get minutes. Probably Landry Shamet, so that's 8 guys. Precious Achiuwa, not really a sure thing. His minutes have dwindled in games that Robinson has played. So, you figure that's probably 8 definite. And with Thibodeau, maybe Wright or Payne isn't in the postseason rotation. He could potentially give backup point guard minutes to McBride, something he's done in the past, but less so this season. But what are your thoughts? Who do you think should receive those backup point guard minutes? It'll be interesting today as the Knicks are taking on the Suns. Reports are Jalen Brunson will be returning. If he does so, will Payne and Wright both play? Will one or, Payne, there's actually a chance Payne might sit out second game of a back-to-back after missing 4 games with an ankle sprain. So if that happens, that wouldn't answer that question. But yes, come playoff time, which, if any, should be in the rotation for Tom Thibodeau. Anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.